Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
We'll start off by taking a look at Diamond Link Junction, and we did have a little bit of snow throughout the early morning hours and things have dried out, but if you're traveling over the Cascades tonight or thinking about it early tomorrow morning, be prepared for icy roads. It might be best to wait until tomorrow afternoon. We did have our system that is now pushing into Idaho. Just a few remnant showers up in the northwestern part of the state, but other than that, it's going to be pretty quiet for tonight. Now, fortunately for us, we didn't get a whole lot of precipitation from that particular system, but there's a big mass of clouds way offshore. This will be aimed at the west coast, but it won't be a direct hit, which is good news and bad news, and I'll show you why in a bit. But in terms of precipitation, most of us west of the Cascades picked up less than 0.05 of an inch of rain. So it was a pretty measly system and didn't provide a whole lot of moisture, which might help in terms of fog formation for tonight in the sense of not actually being able to form. It'll be pretty patchy east of the Cascades, but very cold temperatures. Look at that, 14 in Lakeview, 19 is forecast low for Klamath Falls. We'll be into the 20s up and down I-5, so it could even get colder than that or warmer than that depending if the fog is actually able to form. For tonight, we're looking at 39 for Brookings. 54 is your forecast high for tomorrow. We'll stay into the low to mid 40s up and down I-5, and we're going to be looking at upper 30s to low 40s east of the Cascades, 28 for Crater Lake. So we do have that possibility of seeing some freezing fog for tonight. Hopefully we won't get any, which will make commute for tomorrow if you're traveling much easier. But we'll see gradually increasing clouds throughout late in the day tomorrow. And once we go into Sunday, we'll start seeing a little bit of some rain along the Oregon coast. That rain will struggle to make it into the Rogue Valley and even east of the Cascades. So we only have a slight chance of seeing some rain on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, a little bit of a different scenario, slightly stronger system. That rain will have a little bit better chance of making it inland, so we could see a little bit higher chance of seeing some rain, but still it's going to be awfully light, except along the Oregon coast. That's where you're going to have the rain throughout the entire day on Christmas Eve. The moisture getting east of the Cascades is still going to have a hard time getting there. So remember that for Christmas Day, wet along the Oregon coast, could very well be dry into the Rogue Valley. So that system that gave us the light rain today pushes off towards the east. Will be pretty nice for Saturday. We'll have a couple of those clipper systems giving us rain along the coast, more or less dry here into the Rogue Valley, and also that same kind of scenario for Christmas Day. After we get past Christmas, things change quite a bit. We're still looking at rainy and windy conditions developing on Tuesday, and that'll push inland once we get towards Wednesday. So Wednesday could be a potentially nasty day. By the time we get towards Thursday, things look to improve quite a bit. Now, in terms of rainfall amounts, we're still not going to see a whole lot. Here's kind of a projection in terms of Sunday. Very light amounts along the Oregon coast. That rain will pick up though along the Oregon coast for Christmas Day. You can see very light amounts for the rest of the area, and we go to Tuesday and Wednesday, relatively light amounts east of Cascades, but heavy rain along the Oregon coast. So we'll see those winds picking up definitely on Christmas Day along the Oregon coast. They will spread inland as we go through Tuesday throughout east of the Cascades into the Shasta Valley, and then Wednesday, same kind of scenario. It will be pretty windy throughout most of the region. So here's your 7-day forecast for the Oregon coast. We'll have temperatures into the 50s. We'll have a warm front move through the next couple of days, helping to make temperatures get into the low 60s by Wednesday. For Northern California, 40s and 50s for the next several days. We don't see any rain in your forecast until Wednesday of next week. For Klamath Basin, we'll be looking at some pretty decent conditions overall for the weekend, but very cold morning lows, but they'll warm up with more clouds as we get towards early next week. And for the Cascades, we'll see a little bit of some snow possible on Sunday. But other than that, once we get towards Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, snow levels are going to be very high. So we're not going to see much in terms of snow until about, say, Thursday or Friday of next week when they come crashing back down to, say, about 3,000 feet or so. For the Rogue Valley, we'll be looking at 40s and 50s for the next several days. Our warmest day could be Wednesday, and it could be pretty windy as well.
So you know Santa's watching your forecast, Oliver. Think it's a pretty good one for Santa?
Yeah, he might get some turbulence.
Yeah, we'll take it any way we can get our Santa gifts. Thank you, Oliver.
You bet.